like this, 'cause the music makes me high. And if I only got one more night, I'm gonna leave out a loud goodbye.
This gonna be the type of...
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Mr. Von. Mr. Von, Channel Sweatbox. We back, we live, we active here on the channel. Yes, indeed. You know how we do. Let's talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 4, man. What can I say about this episode? First of all, let me just give a little bit of a disclaimer as I'm doing this review. It might seem that I'm a little inebriated because I'm a little inebriated. I went out and tied one on with some of my friends that I haven't seen in about a year since COVID-19 lockdown. So we got to get together, and so we got. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into this episode. This episode was good. Oh my goodness. So we last left off in episode 3. Ayo had showed up to confront Bucky about freeing Zemo from prison. Carly Morgenthau and the Flag Smashers had blown up that building and killed some GRC people, Global Repatriation Committee people. So that's where we left off. So this episode starts off, we take us right to Wakanda, baby. Right to Wakanda. And Ayo is working with Bucky, trying to get the programming out of his head, and she's saying the trigger words in Russian, you know, saying that turn him into the Winter Soldier, murder man. And it's a really, really good scene because he's there sitting by a fire, she's saying the words, and you see him having all these flashbacks of all the crazy shit that he's done, murdering the Starks, some crazy Winter Soldier missions, fighting Captain America, trying to rip the thing out of Iron Man's chest. It was great. And then he just drops a little one tear. Just a great scene by the actor who plays the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. What's his name? Sebastian Stan. Yeah, great. Just a great scene by him. And then when it's over, and she's like, "You are free," and he kind of gives a little smile. And then fast forward to present day. Ayo and Bucky are in the alley talking. He's like, "Look, man, he's just a means to an end. We're just trying to get something done. These other crazy super soldiers out there." Ayo's like, "You got 8 hours, bro. Period. You got 8 hours." So that was how the episode started. This episode was so crazy, man. So much crazy stuff went down. I'm not going to go blah, blah. I just want to talk about some specific things that was really wilding me out. My man John Walker's story, obviously, the ending of this is what we'll get to, but his story development was bananas. Carly Morgenthau, how they're developing her as a character, I'm really liking. All the backstory with the development with the funeral of her mentor, and how Sam and Bucky and Zemo went there trying to get the information. Everything Zemo does is just awesome. I love how Sam and Bucky just go in there dumb, acting super suspicious, getting no info. But my man Zemo, he with just a simple little bag of candy. You know what I'm saying? He gets all the info, finds out where the funeral is. And the fact that he was smart enough to, he's like, "Yo, I'm not going to lie. I know where we need to know, but I'm holding my leverage." I love Zemo as a character, man. Everything they've done with Zemo as a character this season has been phenomenal. I mean, he is just great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Shouts out to Zemo as a character. Sam and Carly. First of all, a lot of the conversations we had this week were just so good. Whether it was Zemo talking to Bucky and Sam about Winter Soldiers, whether it was Sam talking to Carly about her cause, whether it was John Walker and Battlestar Lamar talking about whether they would take the serum. I mean, this was some of the best dialogue that the series has had to offer so far. So just a thumbs up for that. Some of the best dialogue yet. So man, I just loved all of those scenes individually. Were really good. Now, another thing that I really was really into was the whole idea of how the trust issues between Carly and Sam, and then how we all knew. Okay, so the scene that I like, when after Ayo says you guys got 8 hours and all that, Bucky and Sam and Zemo, they go to the funeral, but before they go to the funeral, Johnny Walker and Battlestar show up like, hey man, you guys ain't gonna just be dogging us out no more. We gotta work together. So he tags along with them to the funeral. They figure it out, and they're like, look, give me 10. Sam's like, I'm gonna talk her down. Give me 10 minutes. And Johnny Walker's like, that, he's just acting all crazy. He's acting like he's losing it. He's acting like he's losing it. And then we get the conversation with Sam and Carly, where they're talking about where he's like, I'm hearing you people are calling you a supremacist and stuff like that. That was just it was a great scene. The dialogue in that was just top tier. It was top tier. And then of course we all knew that Johnny Walker was going to come in and disrupt the whole thing. So that scene was great. That little scuffle when they come in was great. And then Carly gets away. And then we go back to the apartment. Oh, and then Johnny Walker being too much, he tries to handcuff Zemo, and we know Zemo sneaks away too. But then we go back to the apartment, and Sam and Bucky are back there with Zemo, and they're talking. And then here comes Johnny Walker again, trying to be Mr. Big Dog. We doing this. He's trying to arrest Zemo on some bullshit. And that's when Sam was like, all right, bro, enough is enough. At this point, all you doing is running your mouth. And he don't really try to step to Sam like, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? Oh, let me rewind for a second. After Zemo had got uncuffed and snuck away, and after Carly had got away from Sam and Bucky, Zemo runs into Carly and he fucking shoots her in the stomach and just gives her a little wound, and she's hurt. But in the meantime, she drops the serums on the floor, and then Zemo sees him and he just stomps them all out. And then fucking Johnny Walker sees Zemo, bam! He stops Zemo from doing that, and he finds the last vial. And of course, he pockets it for himself. So now it's like, okay, is he gonna use it? Is he gonna use it? Of course, he's gonna use it. He's so insecure. And then the next scene just was the last scene to let you know, yeah. He's gonna use it. He's gonna use it. Because then after he breaks in and he's like, all right, Zemo, you're going back to jail. He tries to fight Sam. Sam's like, look, all you're gonna do is just run your mouth. He's like, what you want to do, Sam? You want me to put the shield down? Like he was really gonna press on Sam. All of a sudden, yeah, here comes the spear from the door. Melage come through, and that whole scene was great. He tries to play all tough. All right, Captain America. They're like, bro, we don't care. And then I knew. I was like, the minute he touched her, I was like, oh, don't touch her. Don't touch her. And yeah, they proceeded to put in the work, son. They beat him down. But as bad as they beat down the fake Captain America, the best scene was when Ayo was fighting Bucky. First of all, when they was Sam was like, yo, man, we should step in because Captain America and Battlestar was getting mopped up by the Dora Milaje. Mopped up. So then Bucky and Sam step in and they get mopped up too. And the funniest part was when Ayo was fighting Bucky, Bucky grabbed the spear. She was like, what? She said, yeah. While she deactivating Bucky's whole arm, this nigga's whole arm just fell off. He was just like, really? Sitting there just limp, no arm. Like, really? I didn't even know you could do that, bro. That's messed up. She was like, yeah, that's what you get, son. Disrespectful. So then they leave. And in the moment, and then doing all that, Zemo escapes. So then, at this point, and it's so funny because Johnny Walker, after getting beat down by the Dora Milaje, he's just broken and beaten. He was like, man, they wasn't even super soldiers, man. I'm just getting beat up by everybody. They wasn't, but I'm like, bro, it's the Dora Milaje. They're like the most elite fighting squad on Earth, and they have vibranium weapons. You really never stood a chance, bro. Please understand. It was just so. So then, after that, we get the final scene of Carly and those guys. They square off. What happened after that? So then, yeah. That's what happened. So then, she calls Sam's sister. Carly calls Sam's sister and threatens Sam. And so then Sam and her meet up one last time, and they're in full gear this time. And Sam's like, "This is what you gonna do? You gonna threaten my sister?" And she's like, "Nah, that's not what it had." But the whole plan was for Carly to draw them out, to separate them, so they could kill Captain America. She wanted to kill Captain America. That's what it was all about. And so And at this point, he's taking the serum. They had called Carter. They had called Sharon Carter to have her help him out, and she was using one of her satellites. She got satellite surveillance. It's ridiculous. She was using one of her satellites to track Johnny Walker. So while Carly and Sam was having that final meeting, Johnny was trying to sneak up on him, but the other Flag Smashers had already set the trap for Johnny. So then they was fighting, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier try to go help. Carly tries to stop them, and it was just a crazy fight. It was a really good fight. There was actually some really good scenes in there where Falcon uses his wings to clothesline a dude. He uses the burner to burn somebody's face off. It was good. And then Winter Soldier does some good knife work. Yeah. And then in the process of this, Battlestar, he gets captured. You know what I'm saying? He gets captured, and they tie him up. So you see Johnny Walker, he kind of starts to get really aggressive, and he punches this dude, and this dude flies down the steps, and he's fighting, he bends this metal pipe, and this when you realize, oh yeah, he took the serum. And then Sam sees it, and Sam's like, what have you done? What have you done? And then this is when it goes down. This is when it goes down. So then the plan is all set. The two of the Flag Smashers is fighting, and they got Johnny Walker. They're holding him, and then Carly was about to come in and murder him with the knife. And Battlestar, who had got captured, had cut himself free with a knife. And he comes in to do the save just at the last minute to tackle Carly to save Johnny Walker. So him and Carly square off, and and Carly gives him the super soldier punch. Bow! Blast him back. He hits a fucking wall. Or like a post or something, boom, and he's dead because she fucks him up. I mean, she fucks him up legit. It was crazy. And that's when you like Johnny Walker's like, no. I was like, oh, here go Captain America about to lose his shit, bro. And for sure, this dude Johnny Walker, man, he chases down one of the Flag Smashers and just beats him to death on camera as everybody's watching with the cell phones out. And then the last shot of the episode is just him standing there with the bloody shield, and everybody's looking at him like, I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't think this is gonna work out for you being Captain America, man. You got too many issues, bro. That's just my opinion. But man, this was a crazy episode. This was a crazy episode. So shouts out to the whole squad for doing this. Was a good one. Thumbs up for this one, man. Johnny Walker, you done went over to the dark side, bro. And the whole thing with like I said earlier, the conversations between Carly and Sam, the conversations between Johnny and Battlestar, and the conversations between Zemo and Sam and Bucky about the Winter Soldier serum, man, it was just so much good stuff this episode. So much good stuff this episode. We only got 2 episodes left, man. 2 episodes left. What did y'all think of this week's episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I was really into it. This was just another really good episode. This show is peaking at the right moment. It's peaking at the right moment. And I'm getting so many comparisons. What do I like better, this or WandaVision? They're just 2 different shows. They're so different. They're just so different. This show has just so much more action than WandaVision. WandaVision didn't even have no action until like the last episode. So, but I'm loving this show. It's a good show. Let me know what y'all think. Leave your comments below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click those notifications. And as always, you know when I'm uploading. Check out the travel vlogs. I just got back from San Diego. I got some pretty cool videos I'm going to be uploading this time for my second video. We stayed in Little Italy, and it was a great time. It was just a great time. Anyway, until next time, you know how we do.
I'm a
Peace. 100, y'all.
to the ends with you. I'm a go to the end with you. I'm a go.